Going to start with Shaheen Shah Afridi. He's been very impressive. Probably the only chosen few from Pakistan who plays all the formats, T20s, 50 overs and Test cricket.
Well, he's a very, very talented bowler. He's young, so he's strong. I mean, the current thing, of course, across the world is how you manage your resources as an international side, as a franchise side. And for me, one of the great things is surely the enthusiasm of the player himself. If you manage a player fine, it's partially up to him. If he wants to play, let him loose, let him go.
Gillett countdown. The way to go. This game at razor's edge, probably. Who knows? Prayas, they are included in that countdown. And we're ready for action to begin. It's going to be Shaheen Shah Afridi against a left-hander. Two slips in place. Attacking field set by Qalandars. Brand new pitch. It's got a good layer of grass on it. Edge and gone. First ball dismissal. Shaheen Shah Afridi. He's a terrific bowler and he's got that angle away from the left-hander, which is his go-to angle, and Imamul Haq poking his bat at that line and done by done.
Well, this is the way to start a game for sure, and I've got to say, it's wide. As a batsman, you'd be saying, as a left-hander, I'd be saying, what on earth was I doing looking at that one with a bat? But yes, the perfect start for the bowling side. A little celebration. First wicket goes down, no runs on the board.
And Imamul Haq returns after scoring none. A golden duck. Peshawar 0 for 1. And this is what Shaheen Afridi can do. That's what he's most popular for. Starting off well. The very first ball at the right length, making the batter play there, and he has been with the most runs, most wickets in the last PSL as well. So he started the new PSL with a peach of a delivery.
Well, I would put that down as a gift. First ball gift from the batting side from Imam.
Shoaib Malik is in at number 3. Over 10,000 T20 runs for Malik. Still much sought after in T20 leagues. 49 matches for Zalmi, over 1,000 runs. And his task will be just a little bit tough because Shaheen Afridi is a wicket taker. They're still attacking the newcomer. 2 slips in place. So expect the channel away towards the slips from Shaheen Afridi. Let's see how he operates against Malik. Short ball is in play as well against Malik. Oh, there's this in-swinging angle again from Shaheen Afridi. It had to be perfectly bowled, but not a bad bat at all to a newcomer.
Well, it's very, very encouraging for Shaheen that there is this movement here. But if you look at that from any angle, if you're Imamul Haq looking at it now, sitting somewhere quietly, you'll not be happy because that was wide to start with. It went a little wider. It's a very straightforward catch, and it is the perfect start to a bowling attacks day. But that was a gift. That was an absolute gift.
He's a strike force up front, Kamran Akmal. Oh, that is close. Bit of an inside edge, otherwise he was a goner. Excellent delivery again.
Shaheen Afridi asking all the right questions from the batters here. Just look at that seam position and that movement. Just the inside edge saved Kamran Akmal there. Otherwise, everything was on spot for Shaheen Afridi.
This is why he's got to play. I mean, this is already in the space of a handful of balls, a very good exhibition. 3 balls, and they've all been swinging. They've all been a good full length.
I think you balance the pace versus sideways movement, and I think he's got the perfect combo. Going around at 138 clicks, late movement, beautiful seam position, inviting that erroneous drive outside the off stump, taken quite easily and comfortably by the keeper. Qalandars off to a great start.
On this ball, there's a change of field, fine leg coming in, square leg going back. He's got this big movement, so you've got that field change for Kamran Akmal.
That's an excellent leave in the end.
If you just go back to the first ball of the innings from Shaheen Afridi, with the aid of Hawkeye here, just look at where it pitches for starters and look how far away the bat is from the body. Yes, there was a bit of swing, yes, there was a bit of movement, which we can show you here, but if you are an opening batsman, and I don't care which competition you're playing in, you cannot make runs if you're out. So you leave that one alone and you're still there.
Imamul Haq probably a little nervous getting his go after a gap of almost a year. Wasn't a regular, that's a big drive, miscuing that one.
I know the feeling.
It's 1 for 1.
Well, the perfect start. 1 for 1 at the end of the first over. Your superstar bowler, left-armer of renown, youth but renown. And for a man who's made his reputation in other forms of the game, Imamul Haq will know that he got that horribly wrong. But it puts the pressure now on 2 and 3, 2 experienced players. Not the start they wanted.
So Heather Ali batted at number 3 for them last year. This time, or this year, could be number 4 spot for him.
That's a very interesting strategy because he's batting in top order for Pakistan. So if you want to develop a youngster, you want to give him that chance in your own team. So we're also thinking about developing these young players, and if he has a role at the Pakistan level, he should be given that role at the domestic level as well.
That's fair point. 1 for 1. Salman Mirza is another left armer. Oh, movement, an extravagant one.
Oh, the uncertainty. And this is the great thing, isn't it? When you've got the ability to swing a ball, and left arm angles have always been, for some reason, just that bit more interesting, especially to right-handers. But this is just a length ball, it's wide. Again, it's just that little bit of uncertainty, it's that feeling for a ball at the start of an innings.
Replacement for Dilbar Hussain. Made it to the squad this morning, I believe. Just 25 years old. Oh, nicely played. Stretching forward to that one.
Well, just a moment of reassurance. A simple defensive shot, bat on ball. Always important. First game of the tournament for these two teams. Everyone starts afresh. They want to get it right. First game, they want to get points on the board. But you do have to get yourself settled, whatever the game. Just nice to feel bat on ball. The runs will come later.
So Shozeb Raza became Shozeb Raja, David, and certainly my cousin brother. He'll be the key. When will they introduce Rashid? He's got to be used as an aggressor. So he's Shozeb Raza, not Raja.
I'm glad you cleared that up.
He just arrived, so just wanted to let you know. Beautiful shot through the offside for 4. First runs off the bat, a cracking shot through the offside.
Well, that'll be a huge relief. And it just takes it that one stage further. We've seen the ball played and missed out, we've seen it edged, we've seen the defensive shot, and now we get the first opportunity just to time the ball away. That's all it takes. Use the hardness of the ball, use the pace of the ball. There we go.
And this is what Shoaib Malik is really good at. That was a bright, colourful drive, and he can absorb pressure. He's a senior player. He knows there's a wicket down. He's not taking a risk, playing along the ground.
Another classy shot from Shoaib Malik on the pads and driven beautifully. Commanding over this is turning out to be for Shoaib Malik and his side.
Well, we know things can change very, very quickly in this game. And already momentum has begun. 2 lovely shots. Again, this is just pure timing, a roll of the wrists. A little fuller this time. And it's giving the opportunity to find the gap this time on the leg side.
And Salman Mirza up against experienced Shoaib Malik, leaking runs on both sides in this power play over.
Turned him around. He's a good runner, still a very good athlete. Shoaib Malik makes it to the other end quite easily for a run. 10 for 1.
Well, we all know that there isn't a lot of time in T20 cricket to settle in as such, but if you get the opportunities, confidence builds very quickly. These are 2 lovely, lovely timed shots, proving that it's not all about brute force in this form of the game. Someone of his skill, his talent and his timing, if he finds the gaps, especially in power plays when the field is up, that's all you need to do. And this outfield is lightning quick. It's been shaved with that Gillette blazer that Ramiz was talking about earlier.
Ten for 1. Kind of pitch against the new ball where you'd like to just time the ball and not really try to hit it hard. He's clever enough to do that, Shoaib. He'll get a lot of that stuff. They'll alter the length, go a little shorter against him. There's a square leg fielder in position as well. But I think with the way he's bowled so far, it'd be better served getting that ball back into the stumps.
Yeah, I like the tactic though, for one thing. Yes, he's bowled well in that first over, pitching it up and allowing it to swing. This is just the reminder. And I would suggest that for the next 4 or 5 balls, the rest of the over should be full again.
It's a tough one for Shoaib Malik. Both very experienced, Malik and Kamran Akmal. And I think they'll weather the storm. 1 down, ball swinging, so you've got to have just a little bit of game awareness, not worry about the scoring rate at this stage, because it's a perfectly good pitch. We're terming it as a 170 plus pitch.
Looks a very good pitch at the moment.
They have already got 2 boundaries of the last over.
Oh, it's been given as a wide. I heard a noise, probably a thigh pad noise.
Could have been bat on pad or whatever it was, but there was a shake of the head, which of course comes with experience. The last thing you want to do is give the umpire a clue, but unless you know you're not out.
And as a bowler, whenever you drift down the leg side, there is an appeal just to save that wide ball.
Yeah, the games they all play. Nothing new. It's always happened.
Bouncer down the leg side, another wide. Shaheen Shah Afridi. Well, strategy is very clear against Shoaib Malik. They're going to bounce him out. Smile donut. What? Collectively about 2,000 calories only? Taste takes over everything. Big inside edge. They eventually take that single. I think rotation of strike is the other thing they need to be mindful of. Can't allow Shaheen Shah Afridi to just go hard and bowl at one batsman.
Yeah, I was disappointed with the bouncer 2 balls ago, because apart from the fact it was offline and too short and all the rest of it, didn't think it was needed, because we've seen how this ball will soften up very quickly, and at the moment, middle of the day here in Karachi, it is swinging. So that's your percentage ball, that's your best attacking ball.
On the buzz, that's well fielded in the end. Yorker attempted by Shaheen Afridi. That's his other go-to delivery. Such a talented bowler he is. Can bowl back a length, bouncer, Yorker length.
And this is how good Shaheen Shah Afridi is, that Kamran Akmal is yet to get off the mark. He has not faced Salman Mirza. He's only faced Shaheen Shah Afridi, and he is yet to get off the mark.
I think that's the way to play Shaheen Afridi. Just make sure you don't get out to his spell. Altering the length. Aerial clean fielding, that effort. You can mark him probably, Salman, the other left armour. He had a big over against him, but against Shaheen Afridi you've got to be just a little bit more watchful. This probably could be the last ball of his stint. Played away nicely with soft hands, Kamran Akmal, and after 3:14 for 1. Lahore Qalandars missing Dilbar Hussain and Haris Rauf. We don't know whether Haris has suffered an injury or not, but he's not in the playing 11. Dilbar has hamstring injury, has been pulled out of the squad.
Salman Ali Agha gets a chance here. He was really impressive in the whole domestic tournament with the bat and with his off-spin bowling as well. It will be very, very interesting to see how he plays in this PSL.
I'm sure Kamran Akmal will be looking to attack Salman here. It's a nice start, very good start. I think for any young kid, the theory is to keep it as simple as possible, not worry about picking up a wicket, just have a decent over.
I agree entirely. You just want to settle in, batsman or bowler, settle in. You know the length. When you know in your head, you know what length you're trying to bowl. Okay, yes, there is inevitably the excitement, the buzz, the human error that creeps in, the over-ambition sometimes, and you see the ball swinging. And to get it absolutely spot on, well, you need to be Wasim Akram, but not everyone is.
There's that slash over the infield for 4. Couple of bounces into the fence. Can't bowl there to Kamran Akmal. He's a heavyweight cutter and a sweeper.
One of the sharpest cutters around, absolutely. But this is what's known as the golden opportunity. Look at that, plenty of width. If there's a place you don't want to bowl to him, it's just about there.
Salman Mirza has to be careful here. You don't want Kamran Akmal to settle. Lahore Qalandars with Shaheen Shah Afridi has built up quite a lot of pressure with all these dot balls, and these looseners will not help their cause. And that's Tapar Danidar.
Flicked up in the air and gone. There's a fielder stationed. Didn't hit it entirely off the middle of the bat. Didn't have the commitment and intention really to miss that fielder. A half-hearted attempt at a flick and gone, Kamran Akmal.
Yeah, neither one thing nor the other. Different line, different length. You know the man is out there, you know he's positioned exactly for that. And one of the more straightforward outfield catches you will see, but a good comeback. Good comeback here to pick up the wicket.
Good captaincy there by Sohail Akhtar as well. Kamran Akmal gone for 5. Peshawar 18 for 2.
Two down, Peshawar Zalmi. Heather is in. Free-flowing batsman. Talented. It's 11 matches so far. Look at the strike rate. Best of 69. I think he got that against England in one of the international T20. 69 was during HBL PSL. So that ball from Salman clocked over 140, and it was J-Dot fast delivery. A flick up in the air and nicely held in the deep.
One thing I'd say about it is with that pace, there's a little bit of bounce, just a little bit of extra bounce, I think. And that's where you start to lose control of the shot, possibly.
And good field position there also. The fielder was not there for Shoaib Malik in the first over, where they were getting those boundaries. But for Kamran Akmal and the second over, good change of field, got them a wicket also.
Oh, gone, I think, caught behind. First ball dismissal. Not the first one really to bite the dust. Imam ul Haq went first ball. Heather Ali's gone first ball. It's 19 for 3 now.
Well, this is changing things round dramatically. Full credit here to this delivery because it is angled across, goes just a little bit, there's bounce, good pace again. Just carries through at a relatively comfortable height, but this has turned out to be a very, very productive over.
Dream debut for Salman Mirza. Heather Ali gone for not. Peshawar 19 for 3.
Ravi Bopara is in, 19 for 3. Peshawar Zalmi. It's just a little bit wide of the mark, but what a great debut so far. He's picked up 2 wickets, 2 for 14 in his 2, 19 for 3.
What a start, 19 for 3. Lahore Qalandars, who lost in the final here back in November to the Karachi Kings. Their first final. Tone was set by Shaheen Shah Afridi. Wicket with the first ball. Ahmed Daniel into the attack. Simon Dool and Amir Sahel join me here. What a start, guys.
A nightmare for the batsman. Plenty of movement for the left armers, and the ball with brisk pace had the batsman buried in uncertainty. And now these two batsmen must be saddled with so many worries.
Slip in place, so still on the attack, and you'd accept that at 19 for 3. You've got to try and keep taking wickets.
A bustling type medium pacer, Ahmed Daniel. To keep things tight, he's got good variations, got a little leg roller. It's the previous wicket, just too hard at the ball, too early, a little bit of angle across and a good catch. You see that seam, Amir, he's just rolled it a little bit to get that purchase.
Well, Salman has been impressive. Yeah, he went for a couple of boundaries, but came back well. Haider Ali is a highly talented batsman. One thing against him, that he comes out to bat, he just goes hard at everything. He has to bring that subtlety into his batting. He has to learn. Batting is not all about hitting boundaries and sixes. Singles are very important to start with your innings.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tough time now. Two experienced cricketers at the crease when Shoaib Malik and Ravi Bopara. I'm a big fan of Haider Ali. Ravi Bopara mentioned it in his chat with me earlier on about who he would pick as maybe not the young and up and coming, because he's not that anymore. He's been in the international side. Now can he kick on and become a regular member? Beautiful, excellent timing from Shoaib Malik, and it will run away.
You've got to admire Shoaib Malik's professionalism. Situation is tough. Bowlers are asking too many questions. Any other batsman would have gone all defensive. Yes, he's showing respect to the good deliveries, and whenever he gets the opportunity to send the ball towards the boundary line, he's ready. Another wristy stroke from Shoaib Malik. He's looking good.
It's an inside edge. They'll push for 2, they'll get 2. Big boundary. You listened to Simon Dool earlier on, he talked about the different sizes, boundaries. As we look down here, when they're bowling from, it's a bigger towards mid-wicket region. 79 was it right, and 59 or 73?
72, yep, 72, 59. away to the point boundary, so big pockets in that leg side. They have to take advantage of that at the moment.
$784 matches between these two at the crease so far. So far, still have got a lot of cricket left in these two. Good end, quick single. I'll pick it up as well. So good from Shoaib Malik and Bopara. End of the 5th, 26 for 3.
Plenty of opportunity for the right-handed batsman and the left-handed batsman square of the wicket. And that's why we saw Shoaib Malik moving towards the off stump and working the ball in that area. Intelligent cricketer.
Just see him move across there, clip it into the bigger side. He's able to pick up 2.
Our third over for Salman Mirza. Good option, I think. 2 for 14. He's had a good start. 1 over left in the power play. Keep the man on form on.
And he's on a hat-trick.
Nearly.
Beg your pardon, he wasn't.
Nearly got it full enough with his pace. 142. Head and shoulders.
Come on, Dominic.
I've been practicing. Hashtag Kande se boja hattade.
Well done, Dominic. Excellent.
Shukriya.
Aapki meherbani.
What a shot. Beautiful looking shot. Little bit shorter, still tall on top of the ball. Beautifully past mid-off.
See, that's what you get from Shoaib Malik. He's looking to defend the ball. Whenever the ball is earned in line, he's ready. What a stroke that was. Hitting the ball on the up and finding the gap.
Well, this is also why I talked about this is a very good batting surface. They haven't played well. If you can play shots like that, Amir, Corky, it's got to be a good batting surface. Coming on nicely. We haven't seen seam. We've seen a little bit of swing early from Shaheen Shah Afridi, but they've just got themselves into such a poor position at the moment, Peshawar.
I think when you look at this surface, and I thought you did an excellent pitch report, Simon Dool. A little bit of grass on it. I have no problem with that for both batsmen and bowlers, because you want the ball to come on. It's a 2020 game, and in some ways, you know, you listen to Davy Gower, he was right. But just leave it. Chris Gale would have left that first ball. Just because it's 2020, have a look, get used to it, see if there's any pace, see if there's any swing. So I like this surface.
Amir Sahal wouldn't have left it. I'll give you the tip.
Well,
flying it through backward point.
You know, somehow I feel the modern day batsmen, contemporary batsmen, they feel obligated, especially in T20. What a shot that was. Let the bowler come to you and seize on the opportunities. What a delightful stroke that was.
And that's exactly what I'm saying. If the bowler slightly, and I mean slightly over pitches, I think this is length. Maybe slightly fuller of length. But just look at, all he has to do is check drive. Check drive, get it past the infield. Thank you very much.
And good thing about that stroke, he wasn't moving that much in the crease. He was still. He was watching the ball coming out of the hand, accessed it early, and then he was ready to hit the ball into the gap. Brilliant.
Yeah, I think what David Gower said, I mean, you're more qualified in this realm to talk about it, but it was too wide to be playing with a straight bat. If he stayed back and tried to cut this, I can understand it.
See, that's my point. You know, as a batsman, you don't feel obligated to play everything, even it's T20. Just give yourself a bit of time, two, three deliveries. Just try and decipher what the pitch is doing, what the bowlers are looking to do. Look at that. And the coaches tell the openers not to play towards extra cover, play in the V. Coaching manual out of the way there.
Tries to get that single off the last ball. It's the end of the power play. 36 for 3. Won't be too long before we see somebody like Samit Patel into the attack. They don't need to probably bowl spin at the moment. Good surface, a little bit more grass on it because there is 2 games today and Super Sunday. First of the double headers in this year's HBL PSL 6, and lots more cricket to come. Looking forward to seeing Samit. It's been very good with the ball for the Qalandars. Talking of spin, this guy's not bad. Rashid Khan. End of the power play, and why not? One of the best exponents of spin in World T20. Only 22.
Yeah, he's brilliant, Rashid. Looking forward to this. First ball for him in the PSL. So many around the country and the world looking forward to him participating in this tournament. They're under the pump here, Peshawar. When they lose 3 wickets in the power play, they've done it 8 matches. It's happened, they've lost 7 of them. Only won 1. So they're under the pump.
Just look at his field as well. He's happy to say to the batsman, you can have leg side, you can have mid-wicket, square leg, you can have that, that's yours. If you want to knock it in there, good luck.
Now that's where Sarfraz Ahmed was wrong. In the first game of 6th edition of PSL, you can't have a leg spinner bowling in power play with mid-off in the circle. You know, got a feel for these 2 batsmen. Having lost 3 wickets, quick wickets, they're looking to resurrect the innings, they're looking to give momentum, and they have to deal with Rashid Khan. You know, he forces you to play the ball late, and in T20 format you have to access the ball early, and against Rashid Khan you cannot premeditate. A bit of a predicament. Should be fascinating contest this.
What's also good with Rashid Khan is how quickly he gets through his overs. So he's putting batsmen under pressure. They want to score a boundary, they can't get a boundary, and he's only conceding 2 or 3 runs. And all of a sudden then pressure is built, and that's where he gets his wickets.
Yeah, it's a tough one. And he'll bowl predominantly middle and off stump. So to me, your options are reverse, if you want to. If you want to pick up your boundary, that's your only boundary option on the offside, because he's not going to give you width there. Otherwise, you've got to look leg side, which what is a lot of teams have done. They've looked to play him as a more of a wrong-in bowler, because the leg spinner doesn't turn as much as the wrong-in does.
Or move away from the leg stump and ask him to attack the leg stump. That's where you have the opportunities to work the ball into the gaps. End of the 7th, 39 for 3.
Well, I think what you're both describing, it's not easy. You have to take a risk, is what you're saying, against Rashid Khan, unless you just want to milk him for once and accept that he is very, very good. Let's have a look at this first 6 overs, and what a start it was for the Qalandars.
Yeah, superb, wasn't it? They set the tone up front with Shaheen Shah Afridi. This was just a little flick around the corner. Comfortable catch there. And then first ball for Haider Ali. Caught by Ben Dunk. Salman has a couple. And in charge in the power play.
39 for 3 then. Into the 8th over. 25 dots so far. It's a coach's dream, but also a bowling coaching dream as well, to see that. And that's all about putting the batsman under pressure, bowling lengths that is difficult on this surface, because there's a little bit more pace in it. You just have to slightly pull your length back a little bit. Look to hit the top of the stumps. David Visa. Beautiful shot, over pitch, driven, boundary.
Simplicity of pleasure, wasn't it? If you're a cricket aficionado, yes, big sixes, they excite you. But strokes like these, their aura lingers on.
It was on the up as well. Again, it was on the up. Not a half volley from David Visa. Beautiful timing. This is the sort of ad that David Visa should be on.
Definitely. Experienced as well, though, isn't it? That's what you want in a franchise, is experience, and that's what this man brings. Going to see, similar to how Dan Christian bowled yesterday. Good running, that is good running. Aggressive running, they'll need that to build that partnership. And that's to the shortest side as well. Well, he brings a lot of experience, a lot of change-up deliveries. I wouldn't say he's fast with his quicker delivery. You know, he's 35 and maybe lost a little bit of pace, but clever bowler.
Good boundary hitter too, late in the order. Got some big boy power, has David Visa.
Nicked out. Big wicket again for the Qalandars. Visa into the attack. And the Zalmi are in trouble.
It wasn't a great delivery, that one, but a great result. Shoaib Malik got greedy. He was looking to delay his stroke to be able to get that gap between third man and deep point. He had to pay for that. It was looking good. 26. What he got? It's 46 for 4.
Shafane Rutherford in at number 6, his side under pressure. Big hitting batsman, strike rate of just over 130. They need a partnership, simple. Don't get a partnership, they may not get past their lowest team total, which is 123. And Simon Dool, that's not going to be enough.
You would think not. Karachi chase last night was so good, 126 and 13.5 overs. They proved how good a surface it was. So far the sides batting first have not done that in either game. Wicket to 4, just a little bit close, and as you said, Amir, I think you're spot on. He got greedy because he was looking to go too far backward a point rather than just hit that through cover, extra cover.
It would have been better served, just thumping the ball off the back foot towards extra cover. A big wicket though for Lahore Qalandars.
Oh, gets it The bottom edge it was. End of the 8th over, 46 for 4.
Zalmi in a tight corner, 46 for the loss of 4. Rashid Khan, 1 over, none for 3. And watch out for his variations, the wrong ones, the flippers, the top spinners.
Yeah, what makes him special is not just the varieties, but the consistency. That was the googly. Fraction short.
In a chat this morning, he talked about being accurate. I asked him the question, one thing that you'd like young leg spinners to do in this year's HBL PSL, and he said, just don't overdo stuff. Try to be as accurate as possible. And I think his action allows him to bowl within the stumps. It's a repeatable action, doesn't spin the ball a lot, but he makes you play at most of his variations.
Yeah, whatever your style of bowling, as long as you stick to your areas, then you can set a field. This is the previous over where he's bowled predominantly leg breaks, but they're all pitching on a length, on a good length. The line is consistent.
Just like his energy so much. 50 comes up for Peshawar Zalmi. 4 down. They must consume all 20 overs at least.
That's a question from me as a bowler to you two as a batsman, really. How do you look to play him? Because you can't get down because he's so flat and so quick. So you're playing from the crease. So
the answer to the question is you start by working him, because, and especially in this situation, it's a perfect time for him to bowl when the pacemen have got wickets early on, because it takes the pressure off him. There's no momentum in the innings, so if you hit that length, then of course batsmen aren't in a position to take risks, so they've got to work it, find the gaps, rotate the strike, pick up the ones. It's good bowling, seriously good bowling. 51 for 4.
The other thing you could do as a batsman is to read him off his hand. And he's not a big leg spinner, so you've got to play him as a top spinner, as a guy who bowls a lot of straighter balls, googlies. The problem playing him is that you can't even go for the sweep shot because he's so quick through the air and hits that length so regularly, and he's almost hitting the stumps every time. That's why it's such a major success. 343 T20 wickets in his career, and he's just 22. David Wisa, 1 for 7. Change of pace. Such a valuable variation in the middle phase of the innings. The slow balls, the off cutters, the leg cutters. Still feel this is a very good batting surface. Clearly a 150 plus pitch at least, if not more.
Well, yesterday's pitch was a good pitch. Today's, you've seen not extravagant bounce, but good even bounce primarily. You've seen reasonable pace. So I think if you... Slight misfield. careless moments. If you get in, then the ball will come onto the bat. And as a batsman, whatever your form of the game you're involved in, you want to be able to feel the ball coming onto the bat. You can then time the ball, you can play your shots. But if you're losing wickets, all that goes out the window.
Yeah, and also throwing just that little bit of swing that we saw early on, which doesn't last too long. You have to use that as a bowler early on.
You're right, and the ball was swinging beautifully, wasn't it? First couple of overs, 2-3 overs. If you had the right fullish length, good full length, there was enough there.
You know, you just try, when you do take that new ball, is you try not to get hit. And I say that in a way, obviously you're always trying to do that, but then that just scuffs the ball and the swing goes a little bit quicker. And that's what happened.
That's beautifully placed between the two fielders. That ball flew across the turf because it was so well timed.
Well, as soon as he let go of the ball, Visa was chiding himself because he knew he'd got this slightly wrong. Welcome boundary when you're under pressure, that is for sure.
Another slow ball. Gets it to bounce as well because he's pretty tall, Visa. Temperamentally very strong. Ravi Bopara had a fantastic 1 year, I think, when he came in about 3-4 seasons back. With Karachi Kings, bowled splendidly, batted beautifully. Took 6 wickets and scored a 50 in the same game. Single of the last ball, and it's 4 down for 59. Aerial view of National Stadium, Karachi. Day game. The weather is set fair for the evening game as well. Sunday doubleheader for the fans. 20% of the fans are allowed in, which must be a great sigh of relief for them.
20% of each fan, that's interesting.
Yeah, 0.1. 2 knots in that scorecard. Heather Ali, first ball dismissal. Imamul Haq was a first ball dismissal as well. So that is a real issue here for Zalmi, how to deal with Rashid.
Well, that was a good option. I mean, that was actually one of the rare loose balls we've seen from Rashid. And that option was absolutely on.
Big shot on the bounce of the fielder in the deep. It's the other thing that he does so well. He captains himself beautifully, Rashid. There's no time in T20 really to ask the captain to set a field for you, so he covers the angles, he knows the lengths, the pace with which he bowls. As a result, he's become a tremendous strike force.
And what also is good, he's 22 and understands where he needs to bowl, what field he needs, and it just takes, as you say, it takes the pressure off the captain. Makes it easy, he's keeping his slip in place, so he's putting both of these two under pressure.
Yes, bowling!
Yeah, Ramesh was talking about picking from the hand. And each and every leg break bowler you ever come up against, you need to spot the difference. And it's very obvious here, the back of the hand has always been the sign. On the right, it's the googly. You can't see the ball, you see the back of the hand, and that's your first clue. So sometimes it takes a while for an individual batsman to get used to an individual bowler. But once you've done that, once you start to know from this moment that you've got an idea which way the ball is going, then you can plan your stroke making more efficiently. There's not much difference in the arm, it's all in the hand.
Plus the crease. He delivers the two variations from the same area. The other thing that you can look out for is where he pitches the ball when he bowls the googly. It can't be on that middle stump line. It's got to fire them on that off stump. 61 for 4.
Yeah, but as you know, Ram, if you're picking it from the hand, and all the best players of spin and of leg spin have learnt to do that, then you've already got a second's advantage, half a second's advantage. And even on a good pitch, if you want to watch it off the pitch, yes, that's okay in defensive terms, in a longer form of the game. But if you're going to be aggressive, you've got to make your mind up earlier. So if he keeps his lengths right, then he's going to be hard to hit. And you can guess a little bit from the line. These are all clues, but as a batsman, you're putting together each and every clue every time you see him.
It's great to listen to. I just wish I could have done it when I batted. I just was watching the ball, never mind the hand, or try and hit it. That's what I was trying to do. I remember facing Abdul Qadir in the nets in Australia. He just came to bowl at us, still playing in Melbourne. 50. No one could hit him. No one could pick him. Oh.
I feel it a lot at short leg when he was bowling. And he had a tremendous strong wrist and he was accurate. And instead of spinning the ball from the third finger, he would spin the ball from the middle finger, which is quite amazing. It's pretty unorthodox.
Well, may he rest in peace. I love playing against Abdul. Lovely, lovely man. And I thought he was the Shane Warne of his era. The big difference is I think they were both almost as good as each other. The big difference was the vocabulary. Abdul, actually, if you picked him, if you played the googly as the googly, and he'd say, "Did you pick it? Did you pick it?" And he'd say, "Yes, of course I did."
That's nicely timed through the offside for a couple of runs. Somehow they've got to find that what is known in batting terms rhythm. We haven't seen that in this innings so far.
Well, there have been brief glimpses of rhythm. Shoaib early on, those two boundaries in about the third over. But the pressure's been on simply because they've lost wickets. So you can't take the risks. You can't force the pace. Although very soon they're going to have to start doing that.
Yeah, what I was going to pick up on, where can they be at 15 overs? Where do they need to be to give themselves a little bit of a platform then to kick on in the last 5 overs? So when you look at what's left, we're 3.4 overs left of 15. Can they get to 90, 100? Still not going to be enough at that time. And then can they get 50 in the last 5? Which is what most sides can do. Then 150, they have a target.
I think they need Ravi Bopara desperately to last the distance. And he could be part of the Jubilee Star 11 Fantasy League. Play the game and win exciting prizes. 2 per match. PKR 1 crore. That's seriously good. Oh, that was a nasty one. Quick ball. Daniel there surprising the batsman with a lifter.
That's a good one. It's a good one because it gets bounce. There's no space, for instance, to try the uppercut. Just gets good bounce, good pace. Comes as a bit of a surprise.
And you could tell from that replay of the bouncer, his wrist, that's where he got the bounce. His wrist just got right behind the seam, little flick, and it just kicked off the surface. And it's not a big run up. You can just see right at the end here. Just watch the wrist just flick there. That's where he gets his pace, that's where he'll get his bounce and surprise Rutherford.
Right, here's the deal. We'll tell you how to pick the googly. You can tell us about the flick of the wrist.
Deal. Problem is, where are we playing? And in what league would they have us at the moment?
What was that fantasy team you were talking about just now?
That's an excellent leave, David. Well done. Short ball put away very nicely. One bounce over the rope. Ravi Bopara marching on 27 now. 70 for 4.
Eight overs remaining for Peshawar Zalmi. 70 for 4. Partnership just in its infancy. 24 from 27. David Gower remains. Sana Mira's in alongside me. Talking about what league would have you, I was about to say that perhaps the Extraordinary League of Gentlemen, but then I saw Dominic Cork was here.
We could always blackball him, I think, as a technical
You and
term.
Ramiz, definitely.
No, that's fine, yeah. I'm very happy with that.
Corky's not happy now.
You don't have to worry about him. He's resilient. Well, if we're going for that, I'm going to go for cufflinks. Maybe a cravat.
I think you look good in a cravat. Some thoughts on it, Sana?
I think I'll also leave this one.
Slower ball, swung high and hard. And a big 6, HBL 6 for Shafane Rutherford.
Well, there haven't been many of these around today, but this one carries the distance beautifully. Picks it out of the hand very early, gets himself into position, splays that front foot out the way, and just admires the follow-through. It's almost a Gary Sobers-like follow-through. And for those that can't remember him, he was magnificent.
Just look at where he has got the impact. And David Visa here trying to come back with another variation.
You mentioned Sobers, speaking of gentlemen again. You're bringing them all out, aren't you? I like the hat too.
I'm trying to play the part for you. Standards at all times.
If anybody's got a cravat they could bring up, just to finish off the article, that would be great. Nice. Should take 2 and they will. Really well played.
That's what Ravi Bopara has done really well in this innings, that he has rotated the strike really well and has been very aware of all the fielders. They were all patrolling the boundary. There was 2 available and easily just placed it there, got 2 runs and put the pressure on, more pressure on David Visa.
We're seeing everything, we're seeing all the varieties. It is always a game of cat and mouse. This T20 game, wherever you play in the world, it's always a game of cat and mouse, trying to outfox, outguess the opposite number, and Yeah, if for instance, start of the over, the slower ball was spotted, smashed out the ground, thank you very much. The bouncer wasn't a nasty one, but again, it's just a good reminder that there are different varieties, different opportunities. But it was mentioned just now, Dominic was saying just now, that this man, Bopara, needs to stay there for the distance and try and control it with his skill and experience.
Crunched and towards the gap at mid-off, but gets around nicely. It's shorter side of the boundary. 80 for 4, 13 overs have been bowled. This partnership now worth 34 from 33. Umpire tells us. It'll be a Tapal T strategic timeout. Coming towards the end of the Tapal T strategic timeout. Peshawar Zalmi 80 for 4 with 7 overs remaining. Double header Sunday, wickets to fall so far. Imam al-Haq went early, just a comfortable edge through to Ben Dunk. He was out first ball. Kamran Akmal just hit one leg side, caught by Salman off the bowling of Salman Mirza. This one through to the keeper Ben Dunk again. It was Haider Ali first ball. And then Shoaib Malik through to Ben Dunk off the bowling of David Visa. That was the 4 wickets to fall. And some good bowling, some indifferent batting, you would say, from Peshawar so far. It's better surface than 80 for 4 with 7 to go. Ahmed Daniel to continue. This one's high. He's clothed it. I don't think he's got it well enough to get anywhere near the fielder, hasn't. Aerial clean fielding though in the outfield. Terrific stuff from Rashid.
Yeah, he made very good ground very quickly. This is a miscue, and just as well actually. If he'd got hold of it, then it might just have carried to the man in the deep anyway. But it's a good piece of fielding, very sharp, very athletic, getting the ball back into the bowler very quickly. Look at that. Very, very good. Fielding's good, fielding's sharp. Yeah, they've been sharp in the field, athletic.
Ahmad Butt and Wahab Riaz to come. Then not much left after that. If you're getting down to Mujib, you're in trouble. Slow ball, and Shafane Rutherford just topspin, little topspin forehand into the onside.
Very cool. It's a cool dude shot.
It just more looks like a tennis shot.
Find me a West Indian who's not. Male, female, who's not cool. Well, nicely bowled.
Well, it is the sign, I think, that time is running out on this innings, and that Ravi Bopara, for one, knows that something has to happen. He's got to control it, hence when the Yorker came in, it wasn't just a wild attempt to flay it somewhere. You've got to control it, but they do need to put something on the board now that gives them at least half a chance.
Peshawar Zalmi average first innings score is 156 runs, and they have to bat 12 runs and over to go near that, and which is definitely a big ask for them. Just Ravi Bopara there and a couple of more big hitters to come. The most of the batting lineup has gone. Hashim Amla, the batting coach, Darren Sami, the head coach.
High in the air, this one straight over the top of the keeper though, is it? Third man, and a fine leg in fact, for 6 all the way. Goodness me. Top edge for 6, finish the over, 89 for 4.
Well, wherever it ended up, it was safe enough and 6 enough, that is for sure.
Six off the last ball of the previous over for Shafane Rutherford. He's now got 41 fours and 41 sixes in his T20 career. Normally you would find quite a different range between 4s and 6s, but he hits just as many 6s as he does 4. That's the power he possesses.
Well, he gives it everything. Yeah, I mean, it invites the shot, but as ever, you've just got to make sure you get enough bat on it, and he does. This is the final over for Rashid. He went for 10 in his first 3. Still that little element of bamboozlement.
Both of these batters, Rutherford and Bopara, have done well. Just partnership to 45 runs, and they would just want to build it up and not give this wicket, break this partnership in front of Rashid, because then they have other bowlers they can target.
Yeah, it's a great point, Sana. Just play this over out. He's bowled beautifully, Rashid, but he hasn't picked up a wicket yet. With 3 balls to go, you're not winning by trying to take him on here. I think if he bowls his 4 overs for 13 and doesn't get a wicket, you'll be happy.
Very crucial partnership here of 46 runs. This is what Zalmi needed in the middle overs. The top order.
Some consistency in this partnership in the last 4 overs. Now time to put the foot down for Ravi Bopara, Sherfane Rutherford. Won't be easy. Visa will look to take pace off. Ravi Bopara does have the short boundary leg side if he wants to take that option. He does. Will only be 1 though. Off the first ball of Visa's over. Right, time now for our Inverex Solar Energy HBL PSL Hamare Heroes interview. Let's go sideline with Zainab.
Thanks, Julie. I've got another champion here with me. We're talking about Hamare Heroes, powered by Inverex Solar Energy, Rashid Naseem. Now, he is a martial arts champion, and in case 64 Guinness World Records हैं. So, Rashid, thank you so much for your time. पहले तो बताएं कि ये इतने ज़्यादा जो world records हैं, and you've got so many, थोड़ा सा उनके बारे में और मज़ीद बताएं.
बिल्कुल जी, मैंने मार्शल आर्ट की जो भी कैटेगरी है, चाहे उसमें पंचेस के रिकॉर्ड हैं, किक्स के रिकॉर्ड हैं, चाहे उसमें नन चक्कू के रिकॉर्ड्स हैं, चाहे स्टिक के रिकॉर्ड्स हैं, नी स्ट्राइक के रिकॉर्ड हैं, एल्बो के रिकॉर्ड्स हैं, तो मैंने तमाम कैटेगरीज़ को जो है वो फोकस किया हुआ है और अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह जो है मैंने तमाम कैटेगरीज़ में जो है वो मार्शल आर्ट से रिलेटेड रिकॉर्ड्स बनाए हैं. और सबसे ज़्यादा जो इस वक्त मेरे पास रिकॉर्ड है, मैं जिक्र करूँगा एक नन चक्कू की कैटेगरी है जिसके अंदर ब्रूस ली का बड़ा मशहूर ज़माना वेपन है. उसके अंदर इस वक्त पूरी दुनिया में सबसे ज़्यादा आलमी रिकॉर्ड भी इस वक्त मेरे पास है, जिसमें मैंने 7 रिकॉर्ड जो है इस वक्त पाकिस्तान के नाम किए हैं. और जो मेरे मार्शल आर्ट के जो रिकॉर्ड हैं ये पूरी दुनिया में जो है सबसे ज़्यादा हैं इस वक्त. यानी किसी भी मार्शल आर्टिस्ट ने जो है इतने ज़्यादा आलमी रिकॉर्ड जो है वो एक फील्ड के अंदर नहीं बनाए हैं.
नहीं, ज़बरदस्त बड़ी अचीवमेंट है आपकी. ये बताएं कि you've also traveled around the world, you've appeared on different television shows around the world as well. तो वो एक्सपीरियंस आपका कैसा था?
बिल्कुल जी, अभी मैंने 2018 में जो है वो एक इंडियन एथलीट को जो है 1-to-1 मुकाबले में भी जो है वो शिकस्त दी थी. वहाँ पे इटली में गया था उस मुकाबले के लिए. इसके अलावा मैंने चाइना के अंदर जो है वो एक गिनीज वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड जो है वो अटैम्प्ट किया है. उसके अलावा मैं सिंगापुर गया हूँ, इसके अलावा फ्रांस गया हूँ. वहाँ पर भी मैंने जो है मुख्तलिफ जो है TV शोज़ के अंदर जो है ना सिर्फ जो है गिनीज वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड बनाए हैं, बल्कि पाकिस्तान का जो है वो झंडा मैंने वहाँ पर भी अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह जो है बुलंद किया पूरी दुनिया में.
In terms of skill, ये बताएं कि how difficult is it? I mean, you have to practice a lot, or how do you go about practicing?
देखें जी, तकरीबन जब से मैं आलमी रिकॉर्ड बना रहा हूँ, वैसे तो मुझे मार्शल आर्ट करते हुए तकरीबन 25 साल से ज़्यादा हो गए हैं, लेकिन जब से मैं मार्शल आर्ट कर रहा हूँ, ख़ास तौर पे जब मैंने 2012 के अंदर जब मैंने पहला आलमी रिकॉर्ड बनाया था, तो उस वक्त से जो है अब तक जो मेरी रूटीन है तकरीबन 6 आवर्स जो है मैं डेली ट्रेनिंग करता हूँ. और जब तक आप किसी चीज़ पे फोकस नहीं करेंगे, जब तक आप किसी चीज़ के ऊपर जो है मतलब तरीके से, तो मैं समझता हूँ कि रिकॉर्ड बनना.
चलें, ज़बरदस्त, आपकी बहुत ज़बरदस्त अचीवमेंट है. इनक्रेडिबल अकम्पलिशमेंट्स बाय यू. आई एम गोना गिव यू दिस पेन, प्लीज़ इसे साइन करें. अपनी एक टी-शर्ट जो है प्लीज़ साइन करें अपना सिग्नेचर. Well, Rashid, thank you so much for your time. Good luck with all your future endeavours and all the best for all you. Thank you so much. It's back to the commentary box.
Hey, so good at karate, but he can knock a microphone over. Brilliant. Wonderful stuff. Good Yorker too from David Visa to finish off a tidy over. 16 have gone, 99 for 4.
Twelve and over, 147. They need to have mighty good last few overs to get there. But there is potential. Partnership of 53 or 51.
And nicely worked on the offside, running hard. And in order to give some respectability to the total, these two batsmen really have to play their bat effectively.
The Potty girl is here. She's been a massive hit in subcontinent on Instagram. Broken all records. That's good enough for Ravi Bopara. Can be a difficult customer when he's in that mood. Now he's got a solid base here to attack the Lahore Qalandars bowling attack.
Yeah, he's aware of the situation. Desperately looking to finish off strongly. That's why he backed away from the leg stump, created a bit of room for himself. Yes, it wasn't an authentic stroke, but result was good. It's been a good partnership between these two.
Change of angle.
Well, I've just been doing a little bit of study, boys, on our Inverix Solar Energy Hamara hero, Rashid Nassim. 62 world records, Guinness World Records. Just a couple for you that I'd like you to try at some stage through the PSL, if you could possibly. The most watermelons crushed by the hand in 1 minute, 284. I don't think you can attempt that one, but I'd like to see maybe one of you do this. Most watermelons crushed with your head in 30 seconds. He got through 49.
Are you kidding me?
Who's got the biggest forehead? I think you have, actually, Amir. How about you give it a crack?
Suggesting something? You're not far behind.
Rambo's got the best header here. I don't think we can get that amongst the watermelons. I think we'll leave that alone.
Probably I can crush an orange.
Most walnuts crushed in the hand, 284 in a minute. That's a good effort, that.
Never seen a more studious Bruce Lee in my life. With glasses on, well dressed, and look at the records that you're mentioning.
And I could keep going. Most drink cans crushed with an elbow in 1 minute, 77.
You've crushed some cans in your life. Oh, beautifully done. Did hit the stumps, it beat the keeper as well. This is a vicious delivery. What a talent he is.
That's a beauty. Swung back in. You're so used to watching Shaheen Shah Afridi take the ball away from the lefties into the right-handers. He's just darted this one back in. Brilliantly bowled, nutmegged him, done the keeper as well.
But the result was good for Peshawar Zalmi. Got 4 runs. Got the batsman completely off balance.
Another Yorker, it's a chip, this should be taken at long on, should be taken. Beautifully done by Shaheen Afridi. Deserves all the kudos. Yorker, then probably a slow delivery, 123.9 kmph to be precise. And it's done the job.
Good catch too, Salman. You saw it, Ramiz just flicked those hands across the ball, rolled his fingers across it. Salman with Jubilee safe hands, charging in from long on, eyes on the ball. And another one for Shaheen Shah Afridi. What a spell he's having today. That is superb. 3 overs, 2 for 11. Rutherford goes for 26, 110 for 5.
Five down for 110. Peshawar Zalmi. Ahmad Butt can hit the ball hard. He's the next man or the new man in. Quick fire 15 from his bat can really help Zalmi at this stage. Just 3 overs left. Salman 2 for 24 of his 3 overs. Wonderful debut. Oh, that is such a good shot. Created the angle, found the gap quite easily in the end. That's an excellent start.
Just waited and waited. And at the last moment, just opening the face of the bat, making sure that that ball goes into the gap. That was a smart hit. Oppo smart hit.
He's clever, isn't he? Ravi Bopara, so much relying on him now. It was Ahmad Butt, actually. It wasn't Bopara. Scoreboard wrong just in the bottom left, if you noticed it. Ahmad Butt's on 4.
Oh, that is such a good delivery. Altered, changed his length. He's pretty slippery. And he may have a good tutor in Shaheen Shah Afridi, but we saw the skills, the Yorker, the slow ball, and a wicket for Shaheen Afridi. Top of his game, bowling a great spell.
Now that's where he's good, Shaheen Shah Afridi. He executes his plan to perfection. Talk about Yorkers, landing in the right areas, bouncers, back of the length deliveries, and the slow ones. Complete package, Shaheen Shah Afridi.
Kapil Danedar tea for the scorers. Keep them happy and engaged. Kapil, duly yours.
Another good cup of tea of it. Cup of tea in the morning, Rambo. Me, our man here in our green room, he makes a proper cup of tea.
Excellent, yeah. He's done a very good job.
Keep him busy though, don't we, to be fair.
That'll do very nicely. It was a big shot attempted down the ground. Got the outside edge, and Ravi Bopara galloping on 48 now.
Take him any way you can get them late in the piece here. Ravi Bopara will not mind this.
Wrong line, wrong length. From the youngster Salman. It was outside the off stump. Edge carried to the boundary. He's not a happy man. Ball well though.
Don't quite get this field at the moment. I'd like him to protect that big boundary and get it wide and full of off stump, but you need your third man back.
Especially with that angle. Left armour over the stumps to a right-handed batsman. You've got to have a protection there.
He's got a third man in position now. I think that's also putting a lot of pressure on the newcomer. You got to give him a feel that he can feel easy about. He'll be more in control with that angle ball that is bowled well. Made him hurry. It's again good pace from him. It's 121 for 5. One to 1 for 5, just 12 balls left in the innings. Ravi Bopara single away from a well-played 50. And he's got to do that now in the next few balls, just expose the strike to Ravi Bopara. In the meantime, play the game and earn the chance to win a plot of land. Lucky winner will be announced in tomorrow's game. 2 per match. We'll run it again for you. We're here to serve you. On 49. Makes room, misses the ball completely. That's a valuable dot to Ravi Bopara, or against Ravi Bopara. What a bowling spell. 2 for 12 in 3.2. And he's become a complete bowler. He bowls well with the new ball, comes back in the middle phase of the innings and bowls a different channel, round the wicket, over the wicket angle, and temperamentally extremely strong is Shaheen Afridi. Gets a single, gets a 50, Ravi Bopara. It really has been an excellent knock under pressure. It needed a big hand from the experienced Ravi Bopara. His 4th HBL PSL 50 came in 43 balls.
Yeah, well-crafted 50 from him. Just started the innings with a measured approach. And whenever he got the opportunity, he set the ball over the boundary rope.
Another cracking Yorker from Shaheen. He's been so good. Just the setup for Shafane Rutherford to me was just brilliant. Yorker, Yorker. This one round about middle and off. That one behind leg stump. And then the slower ball. 144 to 123. the two deliveries, the Yorker just outside leg stump that had him on his feet, or off his feet, sorry, and then 123, the slower ball next up for the catch. Brilliant bowling, quality from such a young man.
And especially the ball, the slow ball, he bowled, slow one, was the right line. Yes, there was no pace, batsman got cramped, only managed to hit the ball straight to the fieldsman. He's a thinking bowler, that's for sure. Serious talent.
Such a great trade to be miserly yet be so effective. Normally you see T20 bowlers to be economical, and that does the job for the captain, but here is a talent that can give you that aggression up front, can come back and bowl a different line and still give you that platform to pick wickets. Solid he is. It's a slow ball, that's up in the air, should be another scalp for Shaheen Shah Afridi. The catching has been very good from Lahore Qalandars. He has the last laugh. What a day it's been for Shaheen Shah Afridi. We've seen the Yorkers, we've seen the snotters, we've seen the bouncers, the quicker balls, and getting rid of settled Ravi Bopara. Doing the job so well.
He has started off in a grand fashion with the new ball and finish his spell with a wicket again. That was third for him. Nicely judged catch from Rashid. And Lahore Qalandars dominating this game. Good innings comes to an end from Ravi Bopara. He scored 50 and it's 124 for 6.
Last 6 balls of the innings, 1-2-4 for the loss of 6. That's gone up in the air. What a shot that is! 6! HBL 6.
Good start to the last over for Ahmad, but angle, poor angle from Daniel. In at leg stump, even beyond, and length as well.
And that was a gift. And the last over, if you provide this length to a batsman who's looking to hit the ball out of the ground, that's a huge mistake.
Zalmi need to now fight with the ball when they go out there. They obviously do not have enough runs at this stage. And this is a battable pitch. This pitch we termed as a 150 plus pitch at least, if not more.
Wicket again of Ravi Bopara. Brilliant slower ball, just off pace. So clever, knows when to bowl what. Reads the game, reads the situation beautifully. Mid-off was up inside the circle, took pace off it, picked up 3. Absolutely outstanding from Shaheen.
Yeah, in his third over, Ravi Bopara was looking to back away from the leg stump. He was looking for room, and he realized that. Changed the angle. Get a single.
Precision-driven performance. Got the Yorkers perfectly pitched and bowled them wonderfully well. Slow balls. Just feel for the game. He seems to have feel for the game. When to bowl a certain ball and does it so effectively, so confidently. For a 20-year-old, it's just a smashing talent to have.
Beyond his years, Rambo, at this stage. And you I guess there's a little worry, and we've showed these numbers through the T20 series, haven't we, on the amount of deliveries and overs he's bowled compared to guys of his same age and starting their careers at the same time as Shaheen Shah Afridi. He's double the next man in line. Was Rabada, I think, was the next one in line at about 350, and Shaheen bowled over 700 overs. And that to me just means, okay, they might have to be a little bit careful with him at times and pick and choose, but with such a talent, you kind of want him playing all the time. It's tough decisions.
Miscued and eventually taken. It's a beauty. It really is a very good catch. It's Shaheen Shah Afridi. You can't keep him out of the game.
He's been brilliant. And the first wicket for Daniel in PSL. Now that was a very well judged catch. Never easy for a fieldsman to dive in front. And oh, we might have to look at that again.
I think we will. Soft signal's out. He's misjudged it completely, Shaheen, at first, and then he's come forward. It's hit the left hand. I think off the left hand it's bounced onto the ground. We'll have a listen.
Review for a clean catch. Soft signal is out. Yeah, fair delivery. Yeah. Do you have any? Give me the previous one, please. Keep it slow, keep it slow. Ball bounced back to the on-field umpire. Big screen, please. Lord. Not out. A big screen.
Is coming back in again, and he's a little surprised by that call from the third umpire, because we up there here read it as out. The fingers were wrapped under the ball, and Wahab Riaz has been given a life, I think, because it really looked a very decent take.
Yeah, originally I thought it had bounced off the left hand onto the ground, but it had bounced basically straight into the fingers underneath it of the right hand. So you watch it hit the left hand, which is on the right of your screen, and bounces into the right hand, and the fingers are actually underneath the ball, and when it bounces up, it bounces off the little finger and the ring finger on the right hand. So in the end, I think he's a little bit unlucky.
We're talking about his fitness, the number of overs that he's bowled since last year and a half, and you see him so sprightly in the field. Tells you about his fitness. Yeah, he is not entirely convinced. Chance of a run out! Oh! Double play.
It's all happening. Peshawar Zalmi batsmen desperate for runs, taking their chances, even though the ball was hit firmly. Needed the ball to hit the stumps. There was another opportunity.
It appeared as if one shot could have produced two dismissals. So much of activity for a couple of runs. That's gone up in the air. Long on is just a mere spectator. What a lift over long on for a six. Great finish to the innings. A lot of drama in that over. Peshawar Zalmi in the innings at 140 for the loss of 6.
That was an amazing hit. The ball was swinging in. He was in a perfect position to swing the bat, and the result was great and sweet.
Yeah, good way to finish. You'd imagine that 140 is not going to be enough, but if they bowl really well, pick up early wickets, put the opposition under some pressure, you think that the Zalmi will believe maybe at this halfway stage. Didn't start well for them. They lost Imam and Kamran Akmal and Haider Ali all before the score was 20. And a small partnership took the score through to 46 before Shoaib Malik was out, and Ravi Bopara and Sherfane Rutherford went from there through to 110. But it just never really gained momentum, the Peshawar Zalmi innings, and 140 for 6 appears short, but they are runs on the board.
And the reason for that, some good bowling from Shaheen Shah Afridi, and he was complimented well by Salman, Rashid, Wize and Daniel. And Shaheen Shah Afridi pick up the bowlers. 3 wickets for miserly 14.
Right, Lahore need 141 to win off 20 overs at just over 7. शाहीन, आपको बहुत बहुत मुबारक हो, इसलिए कि आपने कमाल कर दिया. नए बॉल के साथ विकेट्स, पुराने बॉल के साथ विकेट्स, और वो कैच भी आपने ले ही लिया था. लगे डिसअपॉइंटेड था, मगर ये फील फॉर द गेम इतनी यंग एज में कैसे डेवलप हुई है शाहीन?
रमीज़ भाई, पहले अल्लाह का शुक्र है, अच्छी परफॉर्मेंस हुए, और बिल्कुल काफ़ी हुआ था कि नए बॉल से थोड़ी सी हेल्प मिल रही थी. विकेट ऐसी थी शुरू में ना कि बॉल सीम हो रहा था, स्विंग और सीम, तो अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह नए बॉल से वही ट्राई की. फिर लास्ट में यही था कि यॉर्कर और स्लो वन से अपने आप को वो करना है, मैच को आगे लेके जाना है.
बहुत सारी आपकी अच्छी परफॉर्मेंस है. पिछले साल आप सबसे ज़्यादा विकेट लेने वाले बॉलर थे. ये स्टार्ट बहुत ही अच्छा है. क्या चीज़ अच्छी कर रहे हैं आपके ख्याल से कि आपको विकेट्स भी मिल रही है और रन्स भी नहीं स्कोर कर रहे बल्लेबाज?
रमीज़ भाई, बस कोशिश यही है कि जो अपने प्लान्स होते हैं उसी को फॉलो कर रहा हूँ, और जो नेट्स में ट्राई करता हूँ उसको फिर मैच में अप्लाई करता हूँ. ज़्यादा कोशिश नहीं करता कि ये करूँ या वो करूँ, बस सिंपल सा रखता हूँ और अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह उसी में सक्सेस मिल रही है.
स्लोअर बॉल, यॉर्कर, बाउंसर, प्रिसीजन ड्रिवन था. हर चीज़ जो आपने करनी चाहिए वो की. इससे बेहतर आपने बॉलिंग स्पेल किया है क्या T20 में?
रमीज़ भाई, मेरा पहला PSL में भी था, 4 रन दिए थे, 5 आउट किए थे, वो भी मेरा अच्छा स्पेल था, और अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह ये भी अच्छा था, और इसको और अच्छा करूँगा इंशाल्लाह.
आप ज़बरदस्त टैलेंट हैं, बहुत आला बॉलिंग किया आपने, बहुत मुबारक हो.
थैंक यू रमीज़ भाई, थैंक यू.
Is a wonderful talent, but once again, just to reiterate, Qalandars need 141 to win this at slightly over 7 RPO. We'll take a quick break and come back very soon.
Talk about setting the tone. That's exactly what Shaheen Shah Afridi did straight away. Poor shot here by Iman Ul Haq. A little bit of a nick that went through to the keeper. Ben Dunk, delighted. Good young talent. Excellent bowler, pace. Good pitch. Simon Dool did an excellent pitch report about how much pace there was in there. A little bit of live grass. Cameron Akmal was next to go. Struggled a little bit. Hyder Ali went first ball. Sanamir, this was brilliant from the Qalandars.
This was brilliant, and Ravi Bopara and Shoaib Malik offered some resistance, taking on David Visa and other bowlers, but David Visa got the better of Shoaib Malik there, getting him the big wicket of his, and then Rutherford came in with Ravi Bopara and tried to build up the innings a little bit, played all across the ground, all these big shots. And then Shaheen Shah Afridi coming into the fold again, taking that important wicket, and the catching has been good.
Yeah, what was good when Zalmi tried to build a partnership, they really just made sure that they made it difficult and took wickets. Rashid was excellent, didn't take wickets, but made it so difficult. At one stage, perhaps the Zalmi may be thinking of getting towards 150, and they didn't. A few lusty blows towards the end, and they got themselves to a total of 140. Bopara was excellent. The experience of Bopara, this is his third franchise in PSL. 50 from 44, 26 from 27 from Rutherford, and Ahmad with 23 from 11. Really was the main heart of the 140.
That's the batting guard Shaheen Shah Afridi leading the pack with 3 wickets, giving away just 14 runs, 16 dot balls in that spell. Well supported by Rashid Khan, who didn't take a wicket but just 14 runs there. Newcomer Salman took 2 wickets, and David Visa with 1.
It's a good pitch. It's beautiful weather here in Karachi, and the Qalandars, after this break, they will need 140 runs to start their 2021 PSL with a win. Five in total for players making their first appearance for the Zalmi. Ravi Bopara, Shafain Rutherford, Ahmad Butt, Mujibur Rahman and Mohammed Imran. So lots of work for former captain Darren Sammy, who took over as coach last season. I want his side to start off exactly how the Qalandars started off, taking wickets early. Amir Sahel has joined us after that break. What do you think? How are the Zalmi going to get back in this game? Early wickets has to be.
Has to be. That's the only way for them to come back into this game. And if they are denied that, the bowlers might get desperate. And in desperation, if they start to try out so many things, that'll give opportunities to the batsman to work the ball into the gaps. And he's an able batsman, Sohail Akhtar. A good strike rate. his best 75. Yeah, these two openers, they don't really need to get extravagant. All they need to do is just go out there, play with the mired approach. Well, mired approach doesn't count for this man.
Well,
Fakhar Zaman.
I was going to say that. He is certainly going to go after it straight away. Wahab Riaz, all the experience that this man has to lead the attack as captain, set the tone. That's what you would say to any opening bowler. He knows what to do. We saw that with Shaheen Shah Afridi. Must be that time. There is the target. Nearly set to go. And it's time for the Gillette countdown.
The power play is going to be crucial. And that's the countdown. 3, 2, 1.
Here we go then. Most wickets in PSL for Wahab Riaz. 76 wickets. Interesting to see whether he can get a little bit of swing. Not renowned for swing with the new ball, more the reverse swing. Looking very youthful in that picture.
Some deviation of the surface for Wahab Riaz. He's not renowned for bringing the ball back into the right-handed batsman or move the ball away from the left-hander, but he knows the strengths and weaknesses of Fakhar Alam. If you have a look at the field placing, there's one behind point, there's conventional point, and it's off the mark.
Fakhar Zaman off the mark very quickly. 2 quick singles there. So Lahore starting off the proceedings with a double.
Yeah, they don't really have to go too hard in this power play, but the way that both these players set themselves up, they like to hit boundaries, and why not? With only 2 fielders out in the first 6 overs, deep square leg and a third man as we speak, why not? It's there to hit. That's what I don't like to see, especially when you've got a low total and you're defending a low total. You've got to be in, get your fielders in close, don't allow them just to rotate the strike, make them hit the boundary.
Yeah, don't have to manufacture just a good delivery. Don't try and turn it into a bad one. Just absorb a little bit of pressure, create that desperation in the mindset of the bowlers, and you'll get bad balls to send them towards the boundary line.
Like it said, dot balls are gold in T20 cricket, and that's what they have to do. They cannot give away these singles and take the pressure off.
Yeah, had to just get his line right then to the right-hander. Let's have a look at the Parkview question. Who is the highest wicket taker in the HBL PSL? And answers on the Parkview City Facebook page. Hop on there to win daily tablets and 1 plot at the end of the league. If you're listening probably about a few balls ago, you probably know the answer, but were you listening? I was talking, perhaps not. That's a boundary. Finish the over. It's a good over for the Qalandars. 7 out loss.
And that was wide from Wahab Riaz, and quick hands of Sohail Akhtar quickly raced away to the boundary, and this outfield gives full value to the shot for the batter.
Saqib Mahmood, England international, plays his cricket mainly for Lancashire in England. Good bowler, bit of pace, can get a little bit of swing as well. It's good from the Qalandars, picking up the odd single here and there. Just negate any pressure that perhaps that Zalmi are trying to build on the Qalandars.
So far, no movement for Peshawar Zalmi's new ball bowlers. Not in the air, nor off the surface.
It's good length. That's well played as well, because just get off strike, rotation of strike, being broadcast all around the world, the HBL PSL 6. Wherever you are in the world, welcome. Hope you're enjoying it, from Pakistan to South Asia, back home in the United Kingdom, New Zealand, the Caribbean, North America, all different time zones. 3 o'clock in the morning in Los Angeles, afternoon in India, morning in England. Very cold, I would imagine. Normally is. Midnight in Auckland. Although it has got a little bit warmer, thankfully, back home in Blighty. Still in single figures. A bit like my batting average. Live streaming at Nina in Australia and on-broadcast markets. Also on iOS and Android stores.
Lahore Qalandars looking very comfortable. They just need to chase a target of 7 runs per over, 141 to get. So very comfortable at the moment.
Bounce. He bowled well in the eliminator last year back in November. Watched it live here, is very good. Saqib Mahmood, 3 for 41 against the Qalandars.
He needs to produce a similar spell here if they really want to chase down that target. So he has dismissed both of these batters in the last challenge, and he needs to do that again to defend his target.
Excellent bowling. It's good because he's not looking too much to take wickets, as in he's not looking to attack and go full. He's still going for that length, top of the stumps, pushing it across. And with a slip in place, there's an opportunity to take that early wicket.
Now, ideal line of length for Fakhar Zaman. He likes to hit the ball off the back foot towards square of the wicket on the offside. And if you draw him forward, he's always in spot of bother. End of the second over, it's 11 without loss.
It's a warm afternoon, I can assure you, in Karachi, wherever you are watching. 33, 34 degrees. Probably quite a normal day here, quite a sedate, not too hot. A little bit warm for me, Sana, fractionally.
This is the best weather in January, February in Pakistan, the best weather to play cricket in as well. A sunny day. It was a little bit hot when Qalandars were bowling, when we went to see the pitch, but now we don't know.
Yeah, it was warm. Warm at about midday when we arrived here. I'm sure it'll get a little bit cooler as we get into the evening and that second game. Remember, this is first of 2 games today, Super Sunday. First of a lot of double headers in this season's HBL PSL 6.
Change in bowling. Mohammad Imran has been asked to do the job. A left arm over the wicket angle for the right-handed batsman with a slip in place.
Well, what I've seen already, we've only had one game. I saw it last year. I was lucky enough to come over last year twice because obviously of the virus that was going around. We had to finish the competition off in November, but there's a lot of good young Pakistani bowlers around. That's what I love to see, the youth coming through. Pace and some of the youthfulness that I just love seeing. I know it's 2020 and it's sometimes, you know, you want to throw young players in, but when you're on a world stage like this and showing your talents, this is great.
Great bowling by young Mohammad Imran. He's from the emerging category, hails from Sawat in the north of Pakistan. And just look at the seam movement of the surface. We haven't seen much from the first two bowlers. He's the first one who's getting this.
Edged and over and will go away. Race away for 4. Bit of pace, but it was short enough that he was able to get it up and over first slip.
Was there any need to alter the length? He had the batsman in trouble with previous 2 deliveries. Just stick with that.
And as they say, if you flash hard, and that's what Sohail Akhtar did, and comfortably avoiding that slip fielder for 4 runs.
Yeah, that's the length. That's a better length. And you're right, he perhaps shouldn't have gone short. Maybe he didn't mean to go short. The young bowler making his way. And sometimes you're going to make mistakes and you're going to bowl balls. You think, why did I do that? What's great about seeing these young players coming through and getting better and better. Think about someone like a Shaheen Shah Afridi, who seems to have been around a long time, and he's getting better all the time. You see him with the way that he finishes off innings now. Yorkers and slower balls. Privilege to watch. Head and shoulders dance move. Hashtag Kandisi Boj Hatade.
Good effort, mate. Good effort.
Is he getting better? That's what I need to know. Is it, you know?
You're getting there.
Thank you.
Getting there, definitely.
Bit full, got away with that. That should have perhaps been put away. 3 overs gone, 16 without loss. Perhaps not the start that the Zalmi would have wanted. I wanted to take early wickets, but the game hasn't gone away from them, so they're okay at the moment. 16 without loss. You have to think as a side as what will it be if we just get them a couple down? Put a bit of pressure on them.
Saqib Mahmood has looked good in his first over, and he has asked good questions.
Yeah, he has the ability to get the ball to go away from the right-hander, but because his action is slightly just a little bit open, he's able to then just push it back in. Whether that is just natural or he's looking to do that. Remember, he has watched James Anderson for such a long time at Lancashire, somebody who at will is able to swing the ball both ways. One of the greatest bowlers we've seen. You see, just a little bit going in, isn't it?
He's a different kind of a bowler, isn't he? He likes to bowl into the pitch, hurries the batsman, and plenty of wrist behind that ball.
I think he's got a good action, repeatable action, strong. played a little bit of international cricket so far in his career. Chipped away into the bigger side today and pick up an easy 2.
Yeah, both these openers from Lahore Qalandars playing with the right approach. They're making sure Zalmi bowlers, they don't get early wickets. They haven't tried to be extravagant. Just cashing on the opportunities, seizing on the opportunities. When given, a couple of boundaries so far.
Tight lines. Slip has been put in at mid-wicket to perhaps try and stop that little bit of rotation of strike. They're still able just to clip it more towards square leg.
And Sohail Akhtar, the captain, bringing that calmness to the opening of Lahore Qalandars. They do not require free rash shots here. All they require is rotation of strike, good run rate, maintaining it at 7, and that's what they are doing.
Where is the slip for the left-hander? He's been angling the ball away from the left-hander. There you go. You can't keep him quiet for long. Saw the length, bounced on it, and a 6. First 6 of the innings.
Yeah, HBL PSL 6 as well. Shorter side, just 59 metres on the leg side here. And he gets enough of it. He's a good player, Fakhar Zaman.
To be honest, Dominic, it wasn't that shot. He just assessed the ball quickly and was in a good position, decided from the word go that this ball is going to go towards mid-wicket.
That's why I think this is such a good pitch, because you can just pull it short of a length, and when it's pitched up you can hit it straight down the ground. Good end to the over. 4 overs gone, 29 without loss.
Qalandars need 112 off 96. They're off to a powerful start here in the power play. He's a sweet timer of the ball, 6, followed by that lovely cover drive.
And it's a very good platform for Fakhar Zaman to get those runs. He has been under pressure, he has not been performing lately, but this is a very good match for him to come into the tournament with a good score. They don't have to chase a big target here. They've got a good start, so it's a brilliant opportunity for him to just make sure that he sees his team through.
Mujibur Rahman is in. Exciting to watch. Quick through the air, a bit like Rashid Khan in that regard, but different because he's an off spinner, can bowl a leg spin delivery as well. Having a smile donut session, the ladies. That's gone up in the air. It's skied into the safe hands of Shoaib Malik. Mujibur Rahman strikes.
Well, Shoaib Malik made the catch look very casual, very easy. It was hanging in the air for quite some time. Just second ball of the new spell, so not exactly much reconnaissance here, and he didn't get enough on it. It's as simple as that. Beautifully taken, very easily taken.
Mujibur Rahman making the impact right away, removing Suhail Akhtar for 14 runs. Lahore 29 for 1.
Zalmi need consistent strikes. They've got one. 9 more to go. Usually bats in the middle order, but he's in early at number 3. Agha Salman. Strike rate of 98. Very much a Qalandar prodigy. Mujib versus Fakhr is an interesting contest. He's gotten rid of him 3 times, 2 times in fact, in international tournaments, including once in World Cup. Talking of a good catch, this is a Jubilee safe hands catch. Shoaib Malik is extremely safe.
So casually, looked like he just got out of an armchair and sort of stood up for a moment, took it, back to his cup of tea.
Through Mujib, they can challenge the opposition here. He's accurate. You can allow fielders to come in. You can have an aggressive field set when he's bowling well like this. Oh, that's gone past the slip fielder for 4, I think. It's a fast outfield. Chase, desperate one. I think he does fabulously well.
Brilliant fielding there by Mohammad Imran, the youngster, the emerging fast bowler. Very heartening to see so much effort in the field for his team.
Just gets past slip in the first place. It was a good chase. He was a real sprinter here, not just a fast bowler but a fast runner, and he times that dive perfectly. So very good work done. Third umpire will confirm that's not a boundary.
Good thing about that save was not only the chase, but when he flicked the ball back into play, his body was not in contact at all, so he had the angle really to flick it back. And it's 1 down for 33. Peshawar were at a similar stage, 26 for the loss of 3, and that was the real reason why they just couldn't take off in that power play. Lost a lot of wickets. That killed the rhythm, killed the momentum. Lahore Qalandars in reply, 33 for the loss of 1. Historically, Qalandars is the best side in the power play run. They play well in the first 6 overs, aggressors. Fabriaz has got most wickets in HBL PSL history. Here is in.
And how important it is for the development of a player if so this is what Ramiz has been talking about. Lahore Qalandars right at the top with 7.8 runs per over, and Multan Sultans just behind them. Peshawar Zalmi on the other hand are at the bottom with 7.3 runs per over.
Has gone fine away from the slip fielder for 4. He's got pace, but he needs to be accurate, Wahab.
Well, it's all about fine margins. It's played there deliberately, it's played upper sleeve, yes, but at no stage was it anywhere near the slip fielder. There's just enough width there just to use it, help that ball on its way.
Oppo's selfie moment. Not for one, but for three of them.
Hands of Winston Churchill too.
That's a beauty. That really is a good channel.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing to see at this stage of the game, is it? Just look at this movement. Hits the deck, veers away, so batsman is committed to the shot.
And the whole success of Salman Ali Agha as a player was in the middle order, and now when they are playing him, they are playing him in the top order. So how much is that important for the development of a player, that they are given an opportunity where they have comfortably performed?
It's a decent run chase to introduce a young prospect at number 3. Hardly any pressure on, shouldn't be any pressure on Salman. That's not a demanding run rate. 103 in 86 balls. In T20 terms is a doable job. Required rate 7.19 to be precise. So I think it's a good position for him.
I also think as a young player, you need ambition. And therefore, yes, you can get comfortable in a team, in a format, in an easier position maybe, but if you want to be ambitious and better and make a name for yourself, or a bigger name for yourself, up you go. And of course, as we all know full well, in this form of the game, the higher up the order you are, the more chance you have to make bigger runs. It's as simple just as that.
Exactly, and him batting in the middle order with 2-3 wickets down obviously would have meant more pressure. He's walked in there with a wicket down, probably 2 wickets now. That's the sky. That really is a toughie. It really is a toughie, and magnificently held. What a catch that is. Whilst the wicket will be Wahab's, but you've got to credit the fielder Shoaib Malik again with a breathtaking effort.
Well, I tell you what, that first catch he took a couple of overs ago might have been very casual and very easy. This was in a completely different league. Clear skies, it goes a long, long way up, and is hovering underneath it, circling underneath it. That one took a lot more effort to cling on to. Just brushing him off, just dismissed him like that. You may leave. Fakhar Zaman, you may leave the 15, 38 for 2.
So this should be interesting. Wahab Riaz has just picked up a wicket. Mujib has been accurate. Just 4 runs in his first over. 2 relatively new men at the crease. Hafiz is batting at number 4. Power play done and dusted. First 6 overs producing 38 runs. Fakhar Zaman had needless wicket. He was batting quite sensibly. Zalmi in need of more strikes there. That's beautifully played. That really is a top quality shot, because he's quick through the air, and sweeping him can be hazardous.
It's a clever shot because it's pre-thought, premeditated. Getting position early, and from there on, he's made it into a full toss. So from there on, all you have to look at yourself to do is to keep an eye on the ball, watch it carefully, and just use the pace of the ball. So clever shot.
Very good game awareness also. The fielder was too square.
You need to almost set a feel as if you're managing a medium pacer. Mujib is quick through the air, so you've got to cover different angles. He may be termed as a spinner, but he's so quick through the air. The ball can go fine. Well, it turned out to be a nothing shot in the end. Getting outside edge, and it went a mile up in the air. But have a look at this effort from Shoaib Malik. Circling underneath that one and beautifully held in the end with soft hands. His balance was a little off. And I'm just a little surprised that the keeper didn't call for it. Maybe good that he didn't, Kamran Akmal.
Ooh.
It's all a question if you have faith in yourself, isn't it? Those are the hardest. I mean, they are amongst the hardest of catches to take. There's nothing up in that sky to judge it against. Slight misfield. And a bit of a recovery. It's when you've got just a little something, just a wisp of cloud or something to give you contrast. And when it goes straight up, if you've got a parabola, a proper parabola going towards the outfield, you can judge the flight. When it goes straight up, you're always going, am I a yard in, a yard out? Am I? You can see it in Shoaib's eyes almost there.
And whatever you say, whatever you do, it will be considered as a sitter.
But hang on, anyone who's ever played the game knows they're not easy. It's 44 for 2.
Never get tired watching this being played again and again. Managing it so well, and the confidence really to pull it off. He's always been a great outfielder, Shoaib Malik. Falling with the catch in the end and thanking the stars in the end.
Well, safe hands. 2 out of 2 for him. Every wicket vital.
You've got to employ your best options here against Mohammad Hafiz, because otherwise in such great form that he can run away with the show in no time. I was hoping for Wahab really to go hard at Mohammad Hafiz for one more over, because he's an excellent exponent of the Yorker. He still can be speedy, but Ahmad Butt is more of a variation bowler, change of pace, not as quick as Wahab. Because you've got to make sure that you engage your wicket-taking options up front, because wickets is going to win Zalmi this contest. Otherwise, they're done and dusted. Not enough runs.
I agree. There's very little margin. So it's a tough call, isn't it? Captain and strike bowler. And if he wants to save himself for later, always the risk then is that it's too late.
The other thing that they can do possibly is to get another fielder in the ring. Let's do something different here, because otherwise this could be an easy walk in the park for Qalandars. They're in a powerful position to set up a win here. Singles can win them this contest. 7 and over. No need to rush yourself into playing big shots. So make it tough. Don't allow easy rotation of strike.
Yeah, we've seen from earlier in the day, if batsmen get settled, if the partnership starts to build, then 6 is just a routine task. And if it's only 1 or 2 below the asking rate, every now and again you will find a boundary, but you're under very, very little pressure that way.
Into the gap, beautifully timed. That'll run away to the fence. That's the problem. You leak a couple of singles, and then if there is a 4-ball on offer, that'll hurt you even more. So the control is taken away from you.
Salman looking really good. Now it was a bit uppish for his liking, but it was placed in the gap. Big gap there at mid-wicket, longer boundary, but the outfield doing the rest.
Trying to understand the logic behind this move from Wahab Riaz. Ahmad Butt is trying to hit the deck hard, hit that good length spot, keep it nice and tight. If he can squeeze the runs, probably Zalmi feel that they can earn a wicket. Good shot, beautifully played into the gap. 50 comes up for Lahore Qalandars. He's shaping up very nicely here, Salman.
Well, I tell you what, it just highlights how little margin there is to be slightly offline. We've seen one go through the onside, which is marginally offline that way. One straight on a decent length, a decent line is defended, and then a little bit of width outside off stump, and you're back into the boundaries again. Yeah, you can shake your head, but that is the game.
Bowling, played on. Ahmad Butt gives his team a breakthrough. Salman was shaping up so well, couple of boundaries in the over, and then a misfortune of a played on.
Well, that is just one of those ones, as a batsman, you think, well, what have I done wrong? How did that happen? How did that happen? Bit of effort, a little bit of bounce maybe, just a little bit of extra effort and bounce. My word, he needed it. And that's just a look of relief.
Salman Ali Agha gone for 21, Lahore 53 for 3.
.53 for 3, Qalandars. And Zalmi just making a game of it here. Been dunked. Smart cricketer. Good strike rate. He's got some work to do. Required run rate not out of hand by any stretch. Amir Sahel and Dominic Cork in alongside me for the next 4 overs, gents.
Now slowly, Peshawar Zalmi, they are making their way into this game. They've already picked up 3 wickets. Ahmad Butt struck in the last over. Hurried the batsman, had the batsman in 2 minds. Well, that was more than enough to pick up a wicket. Exciting cricketer. And dunk.
Width and put away behind point. Oh, footwork, no. No, didn't work, didn't work. That's the man himself, Ahmad Butt. Tried to get the feet to it. Just ricocheted off them.
Yeah, tried, didn't he? Nearly pulled off a good sliding dive to stop it with his foot. It is Super Sunday, remember. Lots of football on around the world at the moment. Not sure you're getting in any side at the moment. I hope he's not hurt himself. As soon as he dived, he then called and said, maybe the physio. Hope he's okay. Ben Dunk is a good player. And what he does well is he can bat all the way through the innings now and just see his side home.
And he can maneuver the length very well. And whenever he gets the opportunity, he makes sure he hits the ball into the gap. There you go. He was in true mind. At the last moment, he was looking to leave the ball. It was too late. Inside edge, onto the stumps.
It's a bounce in the surface. It's good surface, this. Not going to change even in the second game, I don't think, too much.
Well, you just did the pitch report, didn't you? Good change of pace from the left armour. Slowish bouncer.
From 68. Lahore, two very experienced cricketers at the crease. Pinch one, chance, no, can't pick it up cleanly.
The sun is just starting to set a little bit, so there's a nice little shadow on that pitch now. Sometimes you think, would that affect the batsman? Probably not too much. I used to like it as a bowler. You can set the length and it helps. You don't want to be any fuller on where the shadow ends, really, because on this pitch you'll just be driven away.
A good single. It'll be 8 runs from the over. 9 gone, 61 for 3.
Low-scoring game once again today. We saw that yesterday in the first game of this year's HBL PSL 6. Zalmi need just a couple of wickets here. If they can get them 5 down, all of a sudden pressure will be on the Qalandars.
It's a fairly simple equation, just 7.27. Batsman at the crease, vastly experienced, but you throw a wicket or two on that score, put some pressure on the men coming in at 6, 7, 8. They feel like they're in with a chance. To the Zalmi. Oh, not there, not there. Oh, coach killer.
It's a superb surface to bat on. He's sliding onto the bat. No margin of error for any bowler. If you err, you'll have to pay the price. Second boundary of the bat of Ben Dunk. He's looking good already.
Get that line right. But I wonder whether that shin is a little bit sore from the football antics in the last over. Screaming for chance hit. Oh dear. Direct hit might have been close.
Yeah, definitely. Ahmed Hafiz running to the danger end. They need this. They need all these things to go right. Zalmi, whether he makes it easy, we'll wait and see. I think he should be maybe tight out. That's what they needed. Need to just try and build a little bit of pressure because they have strength and depth as well. It's good all round. See that he enjoys playing spin. Strike rate slightly higher. Average obviously very good. With the likes of Samit Patel and David Visa to come. They need to start taking wickets. You just think there's something's building at the moment. Ones and twos are okay, but you just think that all of a sudden, where is that going to be, that release? Is it going to be a wicket? Is it going to be a boundary?
Well, Mohamed Hafiz is 4 from 6. He's had a good time in T20 since 2020. He's got 1,005 runs, averages 47, strike rate of 141 since 2020. He's tried to up his game and tried to up that power a little bit. He actually, funnily enough, he credits starting to play golf and learning golf for a bit of power and learning how to create some power hitting. He's just recently taken the game up in the last couple of years and had some coaching. He credits a little bit of that transition of weight to the cricket. Speaking of transition of weight, yeah, just sit and wait for that one, the man at deep backward square, because that's gone all the way. HBL 6.
Now that was a superb stroke. Just moved outside the line of the delivery to be able to just whip the ball over fine leg for 6. He's an exciting player, Ben Dung. Wow, great hit.
Two really poor leg side deliveries from Ahmad Butt. One at the start of the over, got turned fine before, and then that one just angling in at the left hand. You've got the big side of the ground, 72 metres out to that square boundary on the offside. What are you doing bowling middle and leg, outside leg? Protect the bigger boundary, go across the left-hander. Not rocket surgery, is it, Dominic?
It certainly isn't. Fine leg has come up now, and Wahab has put himself back at mid-off. You're right, have to bowl the light lines. It's a frustration for the coaches, because you talk about lines, you talk about using the facilities, which side you want to bowl, where are you defending. And it's not like the bowler is doing it on purpose. I understand that you make mistakes. Like you say, there were 2 terrible deliveries. Poor.
Yeah, they say cricket is a game of angles, and you have to use those angles in your favour. And as a bowler, if you're not getting any deviation of the surface, try angling the ball into the batsman or away from the batsman. That's what bowlers have to do when they're looking to bowl in subcontinent.
Slow ball again. So a good over of batting for Qalandars. Halfway through, 10 gone, 75 for 3. Now 75 for 3. Mujib back. We've just seen Ahmad Butt leave the field. Obviously got a little niggle. That's what we think might have happened.
Whether that's the shin, he got up and just held his top of his back as well, neck area. Whether that was when he fell there. Yeah, you can just see he's just trying to move the top of his shoulders there. Whether it's just gone into spasm, whether it's the fact he went for a 4 and a 6. You know, us bowlers sometimes, only sometimes, Dooley, we may have looked at the odd foothole and thought that was the reason I bowled a half volley. So we'll just have a kick of the foothole, only occasionally. Not sure about you, I may have done that.
Makes you feel better. Like the batsman looking at the pitch after they've nicked one.
You've got to find something to blame on. Well, at the moment, these two batsmen are doing it easy for their side.
Oh, just loops over the head of Mujib. Leading edge.
Just tried to work it into the leg side, and this one just carries on with the arm. Could have been just a simple cordon bowled. Zalmi need a wicket, need it now.
Gets it through. A little race away. No chance for the fielder. Picks up 4.
Now the outfield is lightning quick, although Mohammad Hafiz didn't time that one perfectly, but still the ball had too many legs on it, and I'm afraid the fielder had only 2, so the ball 1.
Oh, another edge. This will run away for 4 more. Really nicely bowled. But Hafiz gets away with it. 11 gone, 87 for 3.
Twice in this over, he was able to find the edge. Both the times falling in no man's land.
.87 for 3, just 54 now. Runner ball required. Wickets needed, so the skipper back. Wahab Riaz, can he get something out of this? Straight away, a swing and a miss. Well, the questions we're asking throughout the PSL. The Parkview City question yesterday. Who were the first ever winners of the PSL? And the winner was Sikandar Ali from Islamabad, who were the first winners. So well done, Sikandar. You're our winner for match number 1. The Parkview City question of the day. And today's question: answer this question and you can win a plot. That's a plot of land, of course. Who is the highest wicket taker in the HBL PSL? Answer on Parkview City's Facebook page to win daily tablets and 1 plot at the end of the league available. And if you need any clues, he's about to run in. Nicely played. He waited for that slower ball really well. Pick up a couple on the big side.
Back up, back up.
Changes in pace from Wahab Riaz. He's clever. Good bowler. Been around quite a while now, both in franchise cricket and for Pakistan. There's a man who can change it. He's the man you throw the ball to and get a little bit of reverse swing now and again.
Hey, there it is, a little bit of reverse. Wahab strikes the skipper. He's just breathing a little bit of life back into the Zalmi, maybe.
Exactly what I'm talking about. Bring in your gun bowler, your best bowler. Wahab Riaz, the captain, knows he needs wickets to get back into this game. Little bit of reverse swing, look at the length, little bit of fortune comes off the pads. It's just what the Zalmi needed.
And a big wicket in the parlance of the game. And it was the captain, Wahab Riaz, who contributed. Ben Dunk scored 22, and it's 89 for 4.
'89 for 4 in the 12th. Samit Patel out in the middle for the Qalandars. 122, that strike rate, 30 matches.
Yeah, an experienced character, Samit Patel, and he's going to have to be right on straight away here.
He likes a bit of room outside the off stump, Samit Patel. Favours that square on the offside. Is off the mark.
Classic bowling. Classic bowling from Wahab Riaz. Full, little bit of reverse swing off the pads onto the stumps.
Yeah, always dangerous to commit yourself on the front foot, especially if your foot is towards off stump. You'll be off balance on those Yorkers. And Wahab Riaz was superb.
Nicely turned to the onside, should be 2. No! Samit, no. All right then, we'll just settle for 1 comfortably. End at 12, 91 for 4.
There's still a lot of calmness in that Qalandars dugout. 4 wickets down, 50 required in 48 balls. Imran coming on to bowl, another left arm angle being employed here.
This is the time now for Zalmi to try and strike. Strength and depth in their batting lineup. Still have David Visa to come in. If they can take a couple of wickets here, all of a sudden then pressure will be put on to the Qalandars.
Oh, narrowly missing the leap of the man at short cover, but it has hit the fence in no time. They need Hafiz's scalp. His wicket can turn the game on its head.
As they say, catches win matches. You need to have an extraordinary effort somewhere there, uppish there, but Hafiz lucky to survive.
I don't think Wahab will be too upset if he's playing them sort of shots, because you could get him out and all of a sudden two new batsmen, and then you have an opportunity to keep chipping away at the Qalandars.
That fielder can come in. Last thing they want is for the pair to have easy singles, easy passage for a run. Plays it late and slices it towards the point boundary for a run. He's a good cricketer, Samit Patel. Didn't bowl today, but he has value with the bat. All they need is a decent partnership here. Partnership of 8 so far of 6 balls, but a 30-run partnership and they should be home. Required run rate is nothing, 6 and over. That's into the gap. That's well placed. Really is a top quality shot. Use of the wrist and easily doing it. Hafiz on 25 now. 100 comes up for Qalandars as well.
Overpitched. It's what every right-handed batsman wants. A leg stump, half volley, just clip it over the man that is in the circle mid-wicket, and once he gets it over the top, it'll race away.
Excellent balance there from Hafiz, and Mohammad Imran learning. He's an emerging player from Sawat. He's up against one of the best T20 batters in the circuit.
Well fielded at cover. So after 13 overs, Qalandars 101 for the loss of 4. So we have a timeout here. good time for Zalmi to have a break, because they were out there in a huddle. Strategic timeout over, and now we'll have live action. 1 for 4. So win predictor heavily favouring Qalandars, 74% chances of them winning this contest. Peshawar Zalmi has got an outside chance, tie 1%.
Well, that's what I'm interested in. You know, I love super overs.
Yeah, okay.
So there's 1% of chance of a super over. There's still a percentage though.
Correct. Like it's 1% chance of rain here in Karachi right now. Meaning no chance. Right then, they need to row back Zalmi with a couple of strikes to make it interesting. Saqib coming on to bowl. Talking of super over, J-Dot super over is being played here. Oh, he strikes goal. Yorker ripping the off stump. That's scooped up in the air away from that fielder at cover. To advocate another man in the ring, something different from Zalmi at this stage.
I'm just trying to think how they could get somebody else in the ring. Maybe long on. Get long on up in the circle and say to Mohamed Hafiz and Sami Patel, if you want to hit me back over my head, good luck. Take that risk. We need wickets.
It was an important huddle for Zalmi in that break. Wahab Riaz conducting the business. Isn't that a good shot? Will be controlled by Shoaib Malik, who is still very swift. How old is Shoaib? 40.
Years old. I remember them times, 40.
Which was in, what, 1940?
No, come on now, Ramiz. I'm still in my 40s, just. Only just.
So still back in the queue for COVID-19 vaccination?
Yes, but it's moving, it's progressing. Apparently now there's a possibility of over 40s before the end of May, I believe.
Are you going to take it?
Of course I am, absolutely, 100%. And I would tell anybody to take it, absolutely. We need to get rid of this horrible virus so the world can get back to a little bit of normality. Everything from people's lives to work, sport, everything.
You see the length a little fuller from Zalmi, and that is because the ball is reversing, and that's an ideal length to bowl when the ball is doing something. So they're aiming for the stumps, aiming for the front pad. Can it still happen for Zalmi? It'll be a massive win if they can pull it off from this stage. Required weight less than 6, in fact 5.5.
Bowlers trying to do which looks quite impossible at the time. There's excellent Yorker there.
You cut down on the bat lift. They tell you when the ball is reversing, wobbly seam, but it did swing. Yorker length, almost a Yorker length, and a good one. Mujib is bowling a straight line. They need wickets. They want the wickets column to fill up very quickly here, Zalmi. With his quick J-dot, fast delivery. 143 click, fuller length from Saqib. Would you have a slip in place?
Yes, absolutely. I have to take wickets. Hafiz knows that perhaps Mujib's the danger, so he's just going to look to just play him normally, doesn't need to hit the boundary. So have the slip in place.
High full toss would have surprised the batsman.
Back up, back up, back up.
Chance, wide return. Another single conceded.
Yeah, and Ramiz, what does Zalmi have to do? Even though this should be quite simple. There's the equation, simple. Most teams, 99%, maybe 100% would win from here. Cut the boundary out, big appeal, hit it, simple, hit it. Surely, he's not going to refer this. They have.
QM5 to director. Review for LBW. Original decision is not out. Check front foot first, please. Fair delivery. Spin vision, please. Yeah. Yeah. Happy. Yeah. Go back to the. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Go back to the on-field umpire. Stay. Shows up your own screen. Stay with your own decision.
That's pretty straightforward. 109 for 4. .109 for 4. Another fuller length from Saqib is certainly getting some reverse. And Samit so far has not done a bad job at it at all, because what he's doing so well is clearing the front pad so that that ball doesn't hit his front pad.
Yes, both these batters, Samit and Hafiz, have really played well against this reverse swing. All the bowlers, Wahab, Mohammad Imran and now Saqib Mahmood, they are all targeting the stumps, bowling full. Again, there's nothing, hardly anything that you can do about this delivery, and they are lucky that there's not enough runs on the board that they can take their time and do not have to take a lot of risks.
Right, so winners for Jubilee MyStar 11 Fantasy League. Yesterday's winners, Mohammad Tala, 572 points. He would have had Joe Clark in his team. Certainly, what a display, dazzling display of batting from the strike force. Some great prizes to win. Oh, bowl him! And it happened finally for Saqib. Seriously good delivery at pace, reversing the ball and hitting the bullseye.
Pressure because they just stopped the boundary, even though they're winning the game comfortably. Samit Patel thought, I'm the man to take a risk here. Let Mohammad Hafiz bat all the way, better length for reverse delivery, and stumps all over the place.
And Now the run rate first time climbing up to 7.11 after 5 or 6 overs. Samit Patel gone for 8. Lahore 109 for 5.
Watch out for some reverse here. Wisa is a new man in. Saqib has picked up a wicket. Wahab Riaz has got one more over left. And that could be the clincher, the game difference. Wahab Riaz, ball reversing. He'll be looking to pitch it up. Yorker length, 20 matches for David Wisa. Strike rate of 153. He's a long ball hitter. Best of 48.
Length will be important here. Length is important with reverse swing bowling, and you know that more than anybody, having watched some of the greats of Wasim Akram and Waqar Younis. You think about bowling Yorkers, but it's also about length. Bowl a proper length, 2 men in, catching on the leg side.
Oh, hit him on the pads. Is it going to hit the leg stump? Not to be. DRS timer is on. Are they going to opt for it? We have a review.
Review decision is not out. Take front foot first, please. Fair delivery. Go for spin wheel, front on spin wheel, please. Yeah. Keep roll. Yeah. Go for ultra please. Yes. Keep it back. Yeah. Straight line. No bat involved. Go for ball tracking. Decision not out. Pitching outside, impact in line, wicket hitting. Go back to on-field umpire.
What a delivery, what a start
on screen. Yeah.
of this over for the Zalmi. In his last over, Saqib Mahmood, and he's got 2 dangerous men out. Visa gone, first ball. Qalandars in a little bit of trouble here, 109 for 6.
Saqib in the middle of some sensational reverse swing bowling. 2 for 21. He's on a hat-trick. 2 of 2. Last man dismissed. David Wisa, this was clean as a whistle. Dismissive, hitting the middle stump, and this was quick. Beautifully bowled, hitting the pad. Appeal was negated by the on-field umpire. Review taken and given by the third umpire. Right, all set for a hat-trick here. Oh, nicely played. What a good defensive shot that is. I think he was ready for that in-swinging angle. end of the over. One more ball left, is it? We're reading it as 15.5. Still a little bit confused, or there's a bit of confusion regarding whether it's an over or not.
Well, they're just checking. The umpires will just check with the scorer, just make sure, because it's imperative, it's very important. Saqib will have one more delivery. And the umpire obviously has dropped a couple of his pebbles somewhere, or coins, whatever he uses, marbles.
He's got a decision overturned with their review, and I think in that he just forgot about the number of balls in that over. So very good review by Zalmi, and Saqib Mahmood doing the damage.
So Ramiz, he played the length delivery reverse very well. This is where I would now go. If I was Saqib Mahmood, I'd go full now for the Yorker, and I'd gamble and go as full as I can, because all he's going to do is come at him. He's probably batting out of his crease. Not sure whether we can get maybe a side-on view. He looks like he's batting out of his crease.
A nice shot. Very good shape of the blade, and would have been a double wicket maiden, but single is conceded of the last ball of that over. Hafiz on 27, Rashid on 110 for 6.
A little bit of shape again, but nicely played. Mujib does well, very well. So much reliant now on Hafiz in the last 4 overs of this encounter, and you at home will be relying on David Gower and Amir Sahel to talk you through it.
Give it a go. You're right, Sam. This is the time for a bit of experience, cool heads, manipulate the odds, take what's there, just see it through. I've no idea about Armour.
It was so fascinating to see Peshawar Zalmi not giving up. They kept on with the job, they kept on trying hard, and the last 2 overs have seen the balance of the game tilting towards Peshawar Zalmi. One more wicket here. They'll be on top.
One more wicket, as long as it's the right wicket, then that's game done. Oh.
Another good slower ball, nicely fielded behind point. Yeah, I agree. The wicket of Hafiz, it's game on. You can take part, play the Jubilee My Stars Fantasy Cricket, win prizes worth Pakistan rupee 1 crore. Log on to www.mystars11.net. All terms and conditions apply, so make sure you read those, please. Head off up inside the circle. The 2 men on the offside at deep backward point and 3rd man. Lovely slower ball and gets across well. Brilliant work.
Don't you think Wahab Riaz missed a trick here? Pressure was ramping up. should have introduced himself.
I thought he was wrong earlier on when he took himself off, but then when he came back on and got dunked, I think, no, good decision, skipper, good decision. But it's always tricky, isn't it? If you're playing those two roles, if you are in effect two men, captain and strike bowler, and the man that everyone's relying on both to make the decisions and to set the pace, set the tone, and you've only got 4 overs. I mean, now look at him. I mean, he's wearing his 2 hats now.
Or maybe he's thinking, take the game deep, and if they require 10 and over, and I'm to bowl the last one, oh, I can do it for my side.
Yeah, I was worried earlier on that, I mean, with the run rate required, that's unlikely.
Pulled away over the head of the man at mid-wicket and into the boundary for 4. Good finish to the over. Hafiz, the man, 9 from it, 119 for 6.
Yeah, these are the balls, these are the boundaries that just keep you in touch. Look at dismay on the bowler's face, but this is a good shot. Front foot pull, good bat speed. Just suddenly tweaks that required rate back from just above 8s to down to early 7s. And in the modern day, that's just a walk, just a gentle stroll.
A vital boundary, last ball of the previous over for Mohammad Hafiz. The HBL win predictor. Tight. Favouring the Zalmi just ever so slightly here. Oh, Buzzard Khan's super over. 4%. Round the wicket, Wahab. Oh my goodness me. No ball, and it should be 4. Got to be a no ball and it'll be 4, so that's a poor start for the skipper.
I'm not saying anything, David. I'm not.
He's the man that Armour is relying on.
For what exactly?
Not this. I mean, that's just... Well, I've seen him do it many a time all over the world. Every now and again, one just slips.
See, that's a problem for a bowler. If you start your spell and you're looking for a Yorker straight up, sometimes doesn't come off.
Well, do you know, I hear so often how tricky it is to land the Yorker in the right place, and that proves it.
It's just horribly wrong. Horribly wrong. Swings completely back now in the space of 2 balls. Back in favour of the Qalandars. You'd think that win predictor now should be around about 65. 68% at least, I think.
Yeah, with that win predictor, I was just thinking this possibility, which is now diminished again, of the super over, of a tied match, which went from 1% to 4%. What is the percentage chance for super over before a ball's even been bowled in the game? Tell me that.
I'm sure they'll be able to tell us from downstairs, but yeah, it's a good question. It's based on historic data of all games in those positions, so there's been 1,000 games played and 5 of them ended up in super overs, then that's your percentage.
You are the wizard. You are the wizard of stats.
50-50?
No.
I should just stick to worrying about Wahab Riaz if I were you.
They've had a good start here. This over's gone for 9, 3 balls remaining, so just 15 required off 16. Imagine that Hafiz and Rashid will not want it getting down to the last 3-4 balls, so they're trying to finish it inside that 19th over. Edged and 4 more. Clever. Deliberately played from Rashid Khan. Oppo, smart hit, just a little opening face of the bat and away you go.
Always prompts the question, what's the difference between an Oppo smart hit and a thin edge to the keeper? Well, that actually has come right off the face, so he's done it, he's played it well.
He's no mug with a bat, Rashid Khan. He's improved as a batsman, and he was always in control of that stroke. Keeping his wits about it, even in a pressured situation.
And there wasn't much wrong with the ball. I mean, we have got that little bit of movement.
You know the importance of playing the ball late. You always did that in your entire career. That's where you made the difference.
Yeah, every now and again I was guilty of playing the ball before. It was a little bit too late.
I made a career out of playing it late, just because I couldn't see it. But
no, very true though. It's watching the ball all the way onto the bats and then just making that final decision literally at the final moment.
no Riney called, but he'll pinch one, courtesy of a missed field. 14 from the over, vital one for the Qalandars. 2 to go, it's 133 for 6.
Yeah, just a hole in the hand. Won't make an awful lot of difference, I suspect, to the fate of the game in the end, but that over took all the pressure off. Just at that moment, Ahmed was saying, what if we get a wicket here, or did they get a wicket here? Suddenly you got all those runs in one over, as is the way in this game, and they can now start chatting about what to do later.
Did you have to rub it in?
I'm sure you'll get your chance, and probably very, very soon.
I dare not.
It's a long tournament. Keep your powder dry. I'm here, keep your powder dry.
I think Ahmed has a pretty good memory, you know. He always liked the long innings.
Great shots from our drone throughout the HBL PSL. Keep an eye out for that at both grounds, here in Karachi and of course in Lahore later on in the tournament. Ahmad is back. He starts with a wide one too, but gets away with it.
When we were talking about the captain setting an example, you didn't necessarily mean that every bowler has to start the over with a full toss wide. And it was only bat on ball there that made that prevented it being called.
Oh, it's a cracking shot from Rashid. Away over a wideish mid-off for 4.
Just sounded good, didn't it? Scrambled seam makes no odds, makes no difference whatsoever. Got it in the air, but all very safe.
Yeah, staying inside the line of that delivery made that stroke.
Swings that away for 6, does Rashid, to win the game for the Qalandars. Brilliant shot. And last season's beaten finalists start their campaign off in 2021 with a very, very good victory. 143 for 6. Have done it with 9 balls to spare.
Well, that is a perfect and dramatic way to seal a victory. Qalandars have been pretty much in command of the game from very early on in the piece. But just look at this for a shot. He has dragged that from almost wide outside, genuinely wide outside the off stump, with a real flourish, a real flick of the wrists, and it has sailed